wanted to just start off by highlighting a few findings that came from some recent research that we did. So we did um, a piece of research into our customer base. I think we did, a small sample, 6 or 8 interviews with people who regularly buy competitor and market intelligence, and looking at what their feedback on the market, on what they were looking for, on TBRC, the business research company itself. See, here are a few of the highlights of what they said in terms of um, uh, what they're looking for. So insight, not information. So big emphasis on actionable insights, shorter deliverables, more clearly aligned with um, decision making, validated findings, so contents that have been where they can trace back the insights to who said it or what it's based. Um, Deep competitor understanding. So that again definitely plays into the kind of primary part where you really understanding your competitors, your customers, etc. In a way that I think we would argue is really only possible through conducting some level of primary interviews, whether it be industry experts, whether it be market participants, forward-looking perspectives. So yeah, definite um, emphasis on looking forward rather than backwards. I think a lot of market intelligence kind of looks backwards because that's obviously where we have the hard data. But people are really looking for what's going to happen next. Obviously, that's what gives them the opportunity for an advantage. Customization and clarity. So people are looking for materials which are customized to their needs, not off the shelf. And yeah, that really answer their questions. So we spoke to Pauline, who was, I think, market intelligence manager from one of the largest sports retailers. So speed and price, yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of in every industry. There's a people want more for less and faster, but it's still important to understand. Hang on, I'm just trying to move this thing at the bottom so I can see everything properly. Yeah, and multi-client studies are too high level. We hire subject matter experts for the level of detail we need. So that's Patrick from a plastic rubber company. So yeah, I think um, so that's kind of again the same thing that off the shelf doesn't necessarily work for people. I would argue that as or more important, frankly, than having subject matter expertise is primary research, or that you need both. So at TBRC we have subject matter experts, but even then, if you're looking at a need, 90% of our work is on niche markets. We don't have many studies for the who want to look across healthcare or want to look at technology or, even I don't know, computer hardware or something. They want to look at a very specific part of the market because that's where most of the market is in the niches, in the specialities. So there's no way that any market intelligence company is going to have an expert who's been doing that all their lives. But what you can do as either as a provider or as a um, uh, um, as an in-house team is talk to people. So what we do is we often bring in a consultant who is within that niche to work across the project, but we also primarily focus on speaking to a lot of people who are in that industry, and that we think gives a level of insight that nobody is going to get. No consultant can offer from just having some industry knowledge and doing secondary. Yeah, we sort of always feel that there's a sort of point after you've done maybe 10 interviews, 15 interviews in a particular niche where you really start to understand what's really happening and what makes it tick, and that's the critical thing that clients are looking for. Okay, so that was just a bit of a kind of high level background piece, but it is relevant to the subject of that we're talking about today.